I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 celebrities who never learned their lesson.
If you read the book, you'll see some things that happened in the 2 weeks leading up to this that were very, very irritating.
For this list, we're looking at celebrities who have allegedly gotten into trouble for the same mistakes time and time again.
Hey Mojoholics! For a chance to win cash prizes, play our live daily trivia challenges every day at 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern only at WatchMojo.com/play.
Number 10. Shia LaBeouf. This former child star has become infamous for his legal troubles and interesting behavior. In February 2014, LaBeouf arrived on the red carpet of the Berlin Film Festival with a paper bag bearing the words "I am not famous anymore" on his head. The source of the public's fascination with LaBeouf as an erratic celebrity seems to be the result of his own doing, as he claims that it is all part of his performance art. In 2015, the actor posted a viral motivational speech titled "Just Do It" that seemed to represent his approach to decision-making.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it! Make your dreams come true!
While there's been more bizarre scandals since then, things took a darker turn in 2020 when he was sued by his ex-girlfriend FKA Twigs for his abusive behavior.
I was always told that, I was special and to look after my heart and to look after the light inside my chest. And when I was with Shia, that light got blown out.
Number 9. Anthony Weiner. Former U.S. Congressman Anthony Weiner represented New York's 9th District from 1999 until he was forced to resign in 2011.
As these things that I did were wrong and hurtful to my wife and caused us to go through many challenges in our marriage.
The politician had been caught sending explicit pictures of himself to a woman on social media. 2 years later, he made a comeback to politics, throwing his hat in the ring for New York City mayor. During his campaign, however, it was revealed that Weiner had continued his inappropriate behavior online.
It seems Anthony Weiner is forcing the nation to relitigate the entire email controversy and putting Hillary Clinton's chances of winning the presidency in serious danger.
This severely damaged his credibility and ultimately led to his defeat. Weiner would cross the criminal line in 2016 when reports surfaced that he had exchanged explicit texts with a minor.
Is that a photograph of you?
Here's all that I can do. I said, let's try to figure out how this prank went down, how we make sure it doesn't happen again.
He pleaded guilty to a felony and was sentenced to 21 months in prison. Number 8. Suge Knight. A prominent figure in hip-hop music, Suge Knight co-founded Death Row Records, which launched the careers of rappers like Tupac Shakur and Snoop Dogg. Despite his contributions to the rap industry, Knight seems to have gained a lot more notoriety for his rap sheet.
Did rap mogul Suge Knight stalk two men with his red pickup truck, then intentionally drive over them? Authorities say yes.
His legal troubles began in the mid-90s when he received 5 years probation for an assault case. After violating his probation by getting into a fight hours before Tupac was shot, Knight spent time behind bars. He returns to prison again in 2003 for another probation violation. In 2015, Knight was involved in a hit-and-run that left one man dead. He pleaded no contest to voluntary manslaughter and received a 28-year prison sentence. Number 7. AZEALIA Banks. This Harlem rapper has been the subject of scrutiny for her aggressive public behavior and various feuds with other artists. In September of 2015, she spat on, punched, and clawed at a man while disembarking a Delta Airlines flight and used a homophobic slur against a Delta employee. Her feuds with Iggy Azalea, Cardi B, Pharrell, and Remy Ma have all been well documented, such that Complex magazine wrote that it often seems like AZEALIA Banks has found fame in her affinity for starting feuds, rather than through making music. Harsh words indeed. Number 6. Andy Dick. Andy Dick's drug and sexual misconduct issues are so extensive it's tricky to keep track of them all.
Andy, you promised you would behave yourself.
I know.
Andy Dick rubs Ivanka's leg, something that seems inconceivable in these days of the Me Too movement.
This comedian's career always teetered right on the line of social norms, particularly in his performances in various comedy roasts. His outlandish approach to life often results in catastrophe, as Dick's well-documented substance use issues have also led to a number of arrests.
No, I can be on stage in any state.
I get paranoid, even from marijuana.
I can do any.
In 2007, he was escorted off the set of Jimmy Kimmel Live for touching Ivanka Trump, and he was fired from the 2018 film Vampire Dad due to inappropriate contact with several crew members. Number 5. Roseanne Barr. With her groundbreaking eponymous sitcom, comedian and actress Roseanne built herself into one of the most beloved TV stars of the 90s. But her decades-long career has been marred by multiple controversies, all brought about by none other than Barr herself. In 2009, Barr dressed up as Adolf Hitler for a photo shoot that sparked nationwide outrage. Although many seems to forget the incident as the years went by, it resurfaced in March of 2018 when she accused one of the Parkland shooting survivors of giving a Nazi salute. But all of these paled in comparison to her infamous tweet about former White House advisor Valerie Jarrett. The racist post led to the successful Roseanne revival getting cancelled, and Barr has only doubled down on her racist comments since.
I should have known better. Forgive me. My joke was in bad taste.
Number 4. Kanye West. Unfortunately, Kanye West isn't exactly someone who changes his behavior following a major blunder. Most people might cite ruined career prospects as a sufficient reason not to crash the stage at a major award show. Not ye! It began at the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards when Kanye grabs the mic during Taylor Swift's acceptance speech.
But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
You would think that this widely panned stunt would be the last of its sort. However, in January 2015, Kanye crashed the stage for Beck's Grammy for Album of the Year. Honestly, West has done far worse things since this, and it just doesn't seem that he considers the consequences to his actions. Number 3. Donald Trump. Donald Trump is arguably one of the most polarizing US presidents in modern history. But even before he was elected to the highest office, the real estate mogul turned reality star found himself in legal hot water multiple times. From numerous bankruptcy claims to just as many misconduct allegations, Trump never seems to know when to stop. This continued into his time in office, resulting in his double impeachment by Congress.
On this vote, the yeas are 229, the nays are 198, present is 1, Article 2 is adopted.
Things only seem to have gotten worse since his exit from the White House. The former president faces federal and state criminal charges for alleged crimes, such as making hush payments to adult entertainer Stormy Daniels and mishandling classified documents. Number 2. Logan Paul. Logan Paul's meteoric rise on YouTube has been marked by numerous controversies. In November 2017, he released a single called No Handlebars, which was panned for its sexually derogatory depiction of women. However, this video pales in comparison to the one that took place in the Aokigahara forest at the base of Japan's Mount Fuji. Paul made a spectacle of the scene, disrespecting the people who took their own lives there and the families affected. He received a massive backlash as politicians, celebrities, and others called for boycotts or his channel's removal.
Game of Thrones star Sophie Turner calling him an idiot.
Since then, he's faced class action lawsuits over his role in a crypto scam called CryptoZoo, making it seem unlikely that he's learned anything from his poor decisions. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. O.J. Simpson. The trial of O.J. Simpson for the murders of his ex-wife Nicole and her friend Ronald Goldman remains one of the most sensationalized events in American history. After the 11-month trial, Simpson was acquitted by the jury.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant Orenthal James Simpson not guilty of the crime of murder.
One would think that he would put the incident behind him and try moving on with his life. But no. The former footballer co-authored a book in 2007 titled If I Did It, in which he described in pretty extensive detail a hypothetical reconstruction of the murders.
This is very difficult for me to do this. It was very difficult for me because it's hypothetical.
He also filmed an interview special with Fox that was eventually pulled from airing following an intense backlash. In the interview, Simpson reportedly described the crimes in the first person, which many took as an accidental confession.
I just remember Nicole fell and hurt herself. And this guy kind of got into a karate thing